Okay, I just did that to get your attention. Did it work? Whether you're watching live or on a replay, come on, the teeth, you were like, what's he doing? I have to watch this, right? That's what I'm going to tell myself. My headphones are a little loud. I'm going to adjust this. Hello, and welcome to my timeline. Thanks for stopping by. Did the title catch your attention? See, I'm testing everything with you. Teeth, title. I'm testing the T's today. All right, hold on. For those of you who are just joining me for the first time, welcome. Now what's appropriate is for you just to blindly share to everyone you know and just say, I don't know what he's talking about, but I think you need to go see it. Okay? And now Efrain, hello. I am getting ready to, I may or may not even show your comments on this one. Obviously, this is a surprise. It's impromptu. It's not the regular deal, but I'm going to be ready for you just in case you start commenting. Hello, Angie Keller Brown. It's nice to have you here. So look, I do have an agenda. I admit it. I have an agenda in my pocket. Let me get it out right now. There it is in front of me for me to refer to. Hi, Paul. So for those of you unfamiliar, Misty Lee Mitchell in the house. My name is Bob Doyle, and I do these live broadcasts from time to time. Some of them are scheduled, some of them are not, like today. Oh, and this is a Bob Doyle Show coffee mug, which you can acquire on your own. Now you'll notice that I have my law of attraction. Oh, well, you're not noticing it, but you will shortly, like in 17 seconds. You may have noticed it before, but I've got my law of attraction stuff up here. I'm here today in a. Thank you, Efrain. Tea in bags is not. We went right to tea. Okay, I got thrown off the track. I just realized my. Anyway. So yes, I'm kind of here in the not even law of attraction mode, but more the personal development. I don't know. Forget I said those words. Look, if you watch let me just get right into the say hi to Robbie and Eli. Eli watching me. Hi, Robbie and Eli. For all I know, Robbie and Eli are dogs. They could be puppies, which would be fine. Robbie, are you a puppy? Eli, is Robbie a puppy? Somebody's got to be straight with me. If I'm talking to puppies, I gotta know. It's just part of the deal. I have it's just a policy of mine, okay, from experience. Steve is here too. Steve, guess what? I wasn't gonna. Morgan McKean. I feel like we have celebrity in the house, but it's not going to change my behavior. I'm going to be just as ridiculous as always. However, like I said, I do have something I want to talk to you about, which is kind of serious-ish. I don't know. But I just want to dive into it, and then we can just chit chat if you want to, or you guys can go running away. Whatever you want to do. It's Saturday. You have the right to do whatever you want, and so I am all the more honored that you said, you know what? I don't know what he's doing with those teeth, but I'm in. I'm all in. What's Bob got to say? And I did say something about your behavior and all of that. So those of you who, and Steve, definitely. Those of you who do watch the Law of Attraction thing I do on Wednesdays, Q&A and whatnot, know that, or might know, I don't know if you know it or not, I can't assume that. Let's just, for the sake of the argument, let's assume that you know. Because even if you don't, I'm about to tell you anyway, so then you'll know. And I'll never be the wiser that you knew or didn't know. You with me? I did a show about a process called The Click. And it was basically it's a process that you can use to eliminate bad behavior. Bad behavior. Let me rephrase that. Behavior that you have in your life that you know is stopping you from really living the life you want. Now look, before I get too serious, okay, just wanted to gotta sprinkle that in. Remember, keep it real. Keep it real. So since that time and since that show and since a lot of the response that I've gotten from it, from people, because I walked through the whole process of how to do that, how to go from having a behavior. So for example, for me, on January 2nd of this year, if you've heard this before 1,000 times, I am so sorry. I'm a person who one of the reasons I could never be a stand-up comic is, one, not funny enough, but two, saying the same thing over and over again like it's fresh, it drives me nuts. And in my world, I have to do it constantly. It's speaking and I'm teaching on a subject, so of course I have to say it over and over. But here I am again saying it over and over. Because otherwise you've got no context if you're hearing this for the first time. So, and since you're using comments, I'll start to cycle you in. If you're new here, you're going to appear back here. It's magic. It's magic. All right. So anyway, lots of response to that. The process that I walk you through on that particular broadcast, and I will give you a link to that, or basically point you to that broadcast if you haven't seen it. And it's basically, so January 2nd, and I tell the whole story later somewhere else, so I won't do it now. But I just gave up alcohol just like that, and haven't had it since then. And it was a big deal, just so you know. And I haven't missed it, and it was effortless. And it was because of a process that I went through that will work on any behavior, not just something like that, not just drinking or any other like that. But it could be self-sabotage or procrastination or just any, it could be a thought pattern is what I'm saying, a pattern of behavior, or other things that you do. Steve here, who is in the room. Hey, Rob. And Rachel's here too. Sorry, you snuck in so quietly. I didn't hear you. Steve, who is listening or was listening a little bit ago, listened to that show, and it was that he had been working on quitting smoking, and it was that process gave him the nudge he needed, and he's been smoke-free for almost a month. If you're still here, Steve, you can verify that. And so, anyway, I think it's a really powerful process. And so one of the things I've wanted to do, so now I'm writing a book. That's going to be my next book instead of the education thing, which if you've heard me rant on that, I was going to write a book on that. That was going to be my next thing. But this response was such as it is. The process is not that difficult to lay out, so it'll be easy for me and quick to write the book and make it available, on Amazon. I'll self-publish. I'm not going to wait. So just self-publish, Kindle, whatever, to get it to you, and then you can do that. And other options for support of going through the process as well. I'm toying around with those ideas, but just to give you some options if going through the process through the book or whatever is a good start but doesn't get you to it. Now, the reason I'm having this whole conversation with you is, and some of you know this if you're on my email list, and some of you know it because I've said it the other day, but for a limited time only, but for a little bit of time here, especially while I'm writing the book, which comes into this in a second here, I am offering calls with you, like 10, 15 minutes. I had one the other day, it actually went 20. So, but we don't want to go 30 minutes. But the whole idea of this call, which there's no cost, is to walk you through the click process, which is what I call it, the click process, until I think of something better as I'm writing the book, on your issue, your behavior specifically. So let me just clarify. You can watch the recording of the show, and I'm going to give you a link here in a second, which will take you to Lily and Jen and Adam. Welcome all of you, each and every one. But I'm going to give you a link. You know what? I'll do it right now. Hold on. While I'm thinking about it, because I do tend to forget. Now I just have to go to the right page where you are, which would be my timeline. Please hold while I meander over that way. Here I am writing a comment. Whoops! I almost knocked over my coffee. That would have been not the first time that's happened while I've been doing a broadcast. Which one am I wanting to do? Oh yes, sorry. Have the click. So bobdoyleshow.com/have the click. Just hang on to that in your memory right now. So I will walk you through, because you can watch. So at that, whoops, that's clearly not it because it says not found. I'll figure it out. Wait a minute, that's not right. I know it's close to that. Sorry, everybody. This is how it rolls here. We do it real. Just the click, maybe? Oh no, not Bob Doyle Show. Boundless Living. Did I get my wires crossed, or did I get my wires crossed? Have the click.com. I did that on purpose, just to subliminally implant the Bob Doyle Show in your head. So, just in case you think I was screwing up. Oh no, I wasn't. It was all on purpose. I hope that one works. I'm going to find out, actually. Let's find out. Yes, it works. So if you go there, if you go there, you'll see a video on the right-hand side. That's the show where I go through the process. So you can watch that if you want to, and work on the process yourself. So it's totally, everything you need is there, except ongoing support if you need it. But what this page is about is for you. Basically, in essence, it shoots you an email with some questions that I say, just to see if the click seems like a good fit. And so far, it hasn't been not a fit for anybody who's, it's pretty, if you've got a behavior and you want to do it. But I still ask you those questions. And then we set it, and then assuming it's a fit, we have a call. And that's it. And I walk you through the process. Now, I want to be very clear, because somebody called me out, quote unquote, on this the other day. And I want to be super, super clear. I had sent an email about this, and they responded back, kind of dubious that I was actually going to see their email, for one thing. And then it was like, well, this just seems like, because one of the questions you asked, like there's going to be some sale thing at the end, right? I'm going to sell you something at the end. And he didn't like that. So let me be very clear. I'm going to walk you through the entire process so that you will know what to do. We're going to go through if you don't know what it is, we'll try to identify it or choose one to work with, whatever behavior that might be stopping you. And then I'm going to walk you through the process in terms of your behavior. And the value of doing that is you might actually choose another behavior to go for as we explore that in our call. And then we'll go through the whole process. If you've never seen it, you'll know. But you can watch the thing and say, okay, I see the process. Until you have everything you need to get to that point. But we won't be able to, you wouldn't probably complete it. It can take, a few hours actually to go through the process, but a few hours of investment of your time to eliminate a behavior that is, messing with your life is a small amount of investment of time. And something you can totally do on your own. I did it on my own. I know other people, Steve did it on his own. You can totally do it on your own. But some people like the support. And there is value to having that conversation to make sure that the behavior you're going after is really the one that's going to have the most impact. So there's that. So at the end, you're left with everything that you need to do that. And yes, I will absolutely offer to work with you at the end, further, if you want. But I assure you, there's nothing I'm leaving out except time and coaching and insight and years of experience, But you will have what you need to do the process. Okay? So, but I will say at the end, because I mentioned it the other day, the way that I see doing this with people most effectively is to have, for lack of a better term, at this point, some sort of a VIP day, which basically means that we're working together, just you and me. It can be in person if you're willing to come out here, or it can be over, a Skype-like technology. I actually use Zoom, but whatever, that's not important to me. And then what we do on that day is I work with you on the whole process and get you to the click, which is just basically what I call achieving that point of no return where you will not do that bad behavior ever again. You couldn't even fathom it at the end. That's what the click does, is it takes you from struggling with repetitive bad behavior, and I keep saying bad behavior, but I just mean behavior that is not in alignment with your best self, highest self, vision, whatever, however you want to say it, or a combination of all of those. So it's about getting to a point where you look at that behavior and go, oh, well, I'm totally not doing that again, and absolutely meaning it, where willpower is not even a factor. It's just, oh, well, no, absolutely not. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Right when I said that, Paul typed, sounds awesome. And there's a delay. So that right there was a cosmic alignment. Did you see it? You did see it. You will have seen it. We have it on record, I think. Oh, maybe it happened right before the thing changed. Maybe you didn't see it. Oh, well. See, look at Steve with an unsolicited testimonial. It's already changed my life tremendously for the better after only 30 days. The click works. Wow, I couldn't have written something better, because that's like, you've seen testimonials. The click works, and you wouldn't believe that anybody would actually say that. right? But yet there it is. We witnessed it. Hollywood. Hooray for Hollywood. Every single time you join a live stream, someone must say that. How could it not happen every single time? Thank you, Kareem. All right. Nor are you still here. I just happened to notice that you're up there. So that's it. I mean, that was the main reason I interrupted you on your Saturday. Because, well, and I'm doing it now because I did this whole email thing with my email list this week, to open this up. Because this isn't something I see myself doing forever. This is something, the reason I'm doing this is because it showed up. There was a response. It's something that I can throw together quickly in terms of the book and support stuff for you and get it done, right? It's not like Bob Doyle's going to do the click for the rest of his life. Now watch, that's going to be it. But no, it's not. That's not the plan. But I would like to help people through it because it's cool and it's simple and I think super powerful and life-changing, etc. So you can give it a try just by going to the page. You don't even have to fill out the form. If you just want to watch the video, you can do that. If you want to talk, you fill out the form. And just, again, know that depending on how it goes and depending on what you feel, we may talk about what you would want to do next in terms of getting it done in a day with the host of The Bob Doyle Show. I was thinking right before I came on here, is there anybody who ever watches any of my broadcasts who doesn't know me because of The Secret? Like that they happened into the friendship on Facebook in some other way. Whether it was The Bob Doyle Show, which would be awesome, or some other craziness from forever ago. Or was it just absolute, yes, Holly, isn't that relaxing? This is where we broadcast the Wednesday Law of Attraction Q&A. Right out here in this nice wooded area with the birds and the breeze. Now see, of course, you and me and everybody were like, the flowers and the trees, but the reason I didn't do that was because I said birds and the breeze when the words are actually birds and the bees, and then people would automatically think, Bob, it doesn't go like that. It goes birds and bees, and I don't like to be judged. So see, yeah, Paul, The Secret. I'm just trying to assess if I have any value whatsoever on my own outside of The Secret. Value isn't the right word. Recognition, knowability, The wedding was beautiful, and when Lynn and I did, to fill you all in, I played the ukulele at a wedding yesterday, and Lynn sang, and we sang or did At Last, At last my love has come along, my lonely nights are over, and life is like, well, you know what I'm talking about. And she did the singing. And it was lovely, but there was no good lighting for anybody to take a video. It was really dark. We have an iPhone recording of the audio, so that's kind of weird. But anyway, it was fun, and I wasn't nervous at all. Go figure, not at all. I was like, come on, I want to go do this thing. And then when it was over, I was like, all right, well, I guess we can go. They're married. What more? Our work here is done. Yep, The Secret. Holly says The Secret. It's all of course it's going to be The Secret. And look, I'm not upset about that. As you know, just if you watch the Bob Doyle Show on Friday, which you should do, you could even watch the replay. It's still available, free of charge. 10th anniversary edition. Just got mailed to me the other day. I'm realizing right now, however, it wasn't signed by anybody. Nobody. And I still haven't really determined what's different about it, except that they properly formatted my bio section so that my wealthbeyondreason.com URL doesn't get cut off in the middle of the word, in the middle of the URL. So I speculated that that's the whole reason they did a 10th anniversary edition, was just to fix that for me. I'm just curious, is there anybody here who is intending to go fill out that form? Who's interested in that? I've gotten some nice response, and the people are like so ready. to do it. So I'm excited to do it. And the ones I've done are, it's just great. I love doing that. I love doing the face-to-face and getting to know people and all of that and seeing what we can get done in that amount of time. But I will tell any of you, now most of you who watch my show would probably never have this issue, but I have had people like be nervous about doing the face-to-face with me. What? Would it help if I did this? All right, now we're going to walk through the click process. There ain't nothing to it. My chicken could do it. Well, my chicken could do it if I hadn't eaten my chicken. But I'm just saying that any farm animal can do it. Did that ease the tension at all? Paul says, I haven't received the new secret book called How the Secret Changed My Life. Or have your words got messed up there, Paul. I don't know if you have a book or don't, or if the book even exists, and I don't know what that is. Misty Lee, I must say, your answer, I'm somewhat interested, but want to watch the video first, sounds like a pre-written multiple choice question, like answer D. Like, how interested are you? A, I'm very interested. B, somewhat interested. B, not at all interested. D, I'm somewhat interested, but want to watch the video first. Is anybody with me on that one? Or am I just amusing myself again? Alrighty. Oh, wouldn't that, I just saw what Misty's up to up here. You should sign it and give it to one of us. I have other copies of The Secret. Or do I? I know I have a ton of the DVDs. A literal ton. 2,000 pounds of Secret DVDs. Right here in my pocket. One of these days I'm gonna figure out a way to do to move those DVDs out of my abode and into yours in a way that makes sense for all of us. I'll tell you what, anybody who talks to me and then decides to do the half day with me, signed Secret DVD. Signed. Signed by me, not just, some random dude. That's right, Dawn. You know what? If people can't learn to feed themselves in this day and age, maybe that's evolution telling us something. What a horrible thing to say. I'd like to retract that, but I'm too busy giggling. All right. You'd like to buy this Secret DVD with my signature on it. All right, Reynolds Rose, whose name is very familiar to me through Facebook. And of course it sticks out because it has the word Rose in it, which is Lynn Rose's last name, who also happens to live at the same place I do. What are the odds of that? That's just weird, right? Okay. So is everybody having a nice Saturday? We kind of had an overcast Saturday. An overcast Saturday, which is fine for me, but Lynn doesn't like it. Lynn Rose, who I just talked about. Boy, you guys have a short attention span. You really already forgot? I just told you. Oh, well, it's Saturday, right? I can't hold you accountable for that kind of stuff. I'm sorry that I did. You should just relax. If you want to forget things immediately, look, honestly, I do it all the time. I'll do it today. 5 more times, I'm sure. Does the new edition have extras on it? Well, it's not the, this is just the book. And I don't think there's, so I don't know if anything's been added or subtracted. But they did something to it. But you know what? Oddly, they didn't consult me once. I didn't have a say on the font. No one asked me, Bob, what do you think? So, I guess I just have to say I don't know. Okay. Well, look. Listen. Stop, look, and listen. That's good advice for all of us, isn't it? that is reminding me of something. Coco's here. Look, everybody. It's Coco. Do I have applause ready? I do. Now, look. I don't want anybody thinking I'm playing favorites here. It just so happened to occur to me. Joni Engel, ladies and gentlemen, has just joined, as you can see. Well, look at that, as you can see right here. We went to high school together. That's right. So that's the magic of Facebook. Hey, Joni, look, I got a show. No one ever thought, back in the high school marching band, Stone Mountain High School marching band, no one would ever look at me and go, that guy's going to have a show one day. Actually, I think that Joni would protest and say the exact opposite. I think that she would say, we all knew you were going to get a show someday. Am I right, Joni? Or am I right? I'd love it if Joni said, you're right. Like she didn't just pop in and say, oh yeah, I forgot that about him, and left. Loretta is here as well. Loretta, you missed the bulk of the message. Now, this is the denouement. Did I say that right? I seem to remember that in literature. I sure do sell those mugs, Paul. Would you like to know how to get one? Here's how. You go to bobdoyleshow.com/store. And then you look at the price and you go, are you freaking kidding me? And I say, look, man, I don't have control over it. This is the service. I make $1, not even. This is for the hardcore fans, no question about it. But it's a nice mug. It is. It keeps my coffee nice and warm and in a good mood. Awesome, Paul. Well, see, here's what you do, is you get one, and then you take a picture of yourself holding the mug, and then every time I mention the mug on my show, I show a picture of someone who's holding the mug. But you know what? So far, of the handful of people who have purchased the mug, I've gotten one picture, and so I use it all the time. So, Paul, wouldn't you like to be picture number 2? Or perhaps Vicky, or Dawn, or Coco, or Joni, who I guess just joined and then went away. But it's all right. It's okay. Maybe she didn't like being called out. Ooh. Well, that's the danger. That's the risk. You click a Bob Doyle link. Oh, boy. What is on the other side of that? All right. Well, look. Just as a refresher, yes, a mugshot with the mug. That's exactly... We want this. I don't have Charlotte's picture with me right now, the one who sent her picture with the mug, because I'm set up for the Bob Doyle Law of Attraction show, not the Bob Doyle show. Enough. Hey, Bob, out and about. There you ate. Do you see what you wrote there, Terry? There. You ate. We all know what you meant. But you said ate, and it's permanent. Well, you might be able... I don't know. Can you edit comments on our live? Can you go back and retroactively change your comment so you're not saying, well, Paul, that's awesome. Well, so I can't wait to see a picture of you drinking proudly from the Bob Doyle Show coffee mug, and the rest of you too, while you're at it. But that's not why we're here. If you came in late, I'm not going to recap the whole thing, so everybody who's, here we go again. No, please just watch the beginning. Well, actually, maybe 5 minutes in. Probably took me about that long to get to anything. I don't know, 3 minutes? You know what? Just watch the whole thing. I'm a likable guy. I harm no one in those first few minutes. We just... Remember the first few minutes, everybody who was here? Remember how nice that was? Oh, man. Memories. I'm so glad they record these things so we can just relive it over and over again. Which, if you're new to this broadcast, you can live this magic over and over again, too, just by scrolling on down... Oh, wait a minute. I'm on my timeline right now. That's right. I'm not in the Bob Doyle Show, room. I just decided to do it here today for some reason. But maybe it's shared. It's supposed to be shared over there. I don't know. What do I know? Who can figure out Facebook? Rob Hicks, can you? I don't think so. Those were the precious moments. They don't come back. Can anybody give me that one? It's a quote from a movie. I throw these at you from time to time. And now you're saying, well, wait, what was the quote again? Sorry. It's a one-time deal. I threw it out there. That way Dawn can't go and Google it right now and come back with the answer, which is what she always does, which is unfortunately the way of things. How do restaurants, bars, taverns, etc., how do they even do trivia contests anymore? I mean, obviously they have a rule, but obviously people cheat all the time. Is it like the penalty is death if you get caught cheating by Googling the answer to a trivia question? To me, it would just be like the stress of working there to guard people from doing that, and the stress of it takes all the fun out of it. Like, I don't want to get caught. I'm not having fun trying not to get caught, but I really want to win. Oh my God, I have to spend my whole time looking to see who's cheating instead of just enjoying this. All right. Yes, I will tell you the link, although it is also up in the chat. It's bobdoyleShow.com. No, boundlessliving.com/ what I say, have the click. I'll do it again. In fact, I'm just gonna, as an experiment, I always type out the HTTP blah blah blah, and Lynn just never does, and I don't know if it'll work or not. So I'm just gonna test it, see what happens if it makes it yeah. See that? Well, maybe it does. All right. See, I like a fool. Okay, Grandpa on the internet, you just go ahead and type your HTTP. We're gonna go have a life while you do that. You know how many minutes of my life I now realize I have wasted from typing HTTP : / anything on Facebook because I had it in my mind that the link wouldn't go hot. I used to tell Lynn, that won't work, you have to type, because I think it used to be that way, but now it's not. My whole life has just gone. You're welcome, Dennis. Stephanie is here. Please say hello to Thomas for me. If I didn't just do it myself. Hello, Thomas. Thomas and Stephanie Houston, ladies and gentlemen, two of the finest folks on God's green earth. I'm so happy. I'd been out of the mocha Starbucks coffee for almost a week. Just got some today, which is why I'm drinking it inappropriately late in the day. It's just so good. But no, they're not a sponsor. Go figure. I got 24 people in here who could drink their coffee. Although I know some of you, Dawn, don't like coffee. Oh, whatever. Oh, he's at the gallery. Thomas isn't available right now. He's at the gallery. But I will relay your message to him. But now he's at the gallery. You know the gallery. They're in the framing business. So you better stay on their good side. Oh, the hilarity. You just never know what's going to happen here. Vicky, as I mentioned, it was a little bit earlier. The uke performance, I was happy with it. This is at the wedding. She's asking about the wedding. I lamented yesterday that to be able to play in the key that was comfortable for Lynn, I had to tune my ukulele down a whole step, which for those of you who don't know and don't care, it makes the strings looser. It was harder to hold it into. So I was a little worried it was going to be all wanky and sound like a ukulele instead of how I play it. He said, hopefully. And then the microphone situation was weird. It was, it was just kind of, it was, it was a lot of ad-lib, improv to getting it to work. But everybody loved it. Lynn's voice is, I could have hit a raccoon with a stick. And everyone would have thought, that was awesome. Did you hear her sing? I literally did get this situation where we walked to a table. Lynn, oh my God, you are awesome. Bob, you're good too. That happened more than once. Okay. Well, that's it. My coffee's gone, and I may as well just wander on. Did you hear what just happened? It was an impromptu rhyme. You can go back and listen to it and be amazed like everyone else. Yes, a raccoon. They like it. It doesn't hurt them. It's a soft, fluffy, feathery stick. It's not, no raccoons were harmed in the explanation of any of this. I haven't even seen a raccoon in years. Okay, so look, can we just drop the raccoon thing? I'm sorry I even mentioned it. Oh wait, that's not true. We had baby raccoons out here not that long ago. I think last year. It was weird. Baby raccoons. I pay to say a raccoon with a tick playing a ukulele. Bruno, I'd like to get that printed on a t-shirt. Exactly how you wrote it, and then I want to put your name under it. And I want this to be something that just goes around the world that no one really understands why it's catching on. If we can get the right graphic with I pay to say a raccoon with a tick playing a ukulele, which rhymes, and then get the right little icon, we can make a meme out of it. People, you wait. If we put it out there, if you put it out there in your world, it'd be like a week and a half, and somebody would eventually share it with me. Bob, thought you'd get a kick out of this because it has the word ukulele in it. Now, if you could work puppy in there somehow, I'm going to get twice the messages. Yeah. See, Stephanie, now you have me doubting because we also saw possum, and now I'm really hoping I'm not getting my wires crossed. I swear, though, we definitely have some possums, but now you're making me go, okay, maybe it wasn't a raccoon. Thanks a lot. Thanks. Now I'm questioning myself. All the rest of the day, I'm gonna be like, raccoon? I don't know. But I can tell you this. Possums do not like being hit with a feather stick and do not make good instruments. So it's got to be raccoon. All right. Paul Meechan enjoyed this broadcast so much, he joined twice. Possums are creepy, Stephanie. They're the scariest things. And in Atlanta, when I lived in Atlanta, they would sometimes come up on the back porch or whatever, and they're just nasty creatures. There's nothing, like the little baby ones, they can be kind of cute, but they're cute in children's books, but in real life, they're just nasty. And the big ones, ugh. That's my possum imitation, my world famous possum imitation, which I had retired some years ago. But I brought it out for you today because we were talking about possums, which I gotta say, when I started this live broadcast, if I was to list where, like numerically, when we would have gotten to possum in the conference, that'd be a big number. It would be a long time. Because honestly, probably wouldn't have happened. That's okay, Paul. Yeah, everyone's allowed to leave and come back as long as you get your hand stamped. It's, it's a very come and goes policy because of the replay. The replay. The magic of the replay. I'm testing something right now, by the way. I'm streaming this to 2 different YouTube accounts at the same time while I'm doing this. I don't know if it's working. You know what? Can I peek? Oh my God, I had this whole notification set up to push when I went live, so that the people who have signed up to be notified when I go live would be notified when I go live, and I didn't even push it. And yet here you all are anyway. But can you imagine the throngs of people we would have had in here? Now see, I got distracted. I don't even remember what I was. Do I serve drinks at this? You have to go, so you see the tree? So go past the tree, way down to the left corner of the park. They got a little stand. And of course, the bathroom, it's completely over there. Opposite end. But it's just such a beautiful day. Yep, Karen O'Connor Valenciano. Wow, is that a fun name to say? Karen O'Connor Valenciano. Hello. Hello. You have reached the home of Karen O'Connor Valenciano. Karen cannot take your call at this time, but if you leave a name and a number, she will return your call momentarily. Not momentarily, whenever she's available. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right. That's right. Now see, if you had been right, you could have. That's. Maybe I should set up a Fiverr gig where I just do that. My connection was severed to the Flash server. That sounds like you may not be seeing me anymore. Then I may have gone away. I don't know. We're gonna find out again. If I click this button, we'll see. We'll see if you're still. Are you still there? I don't know. Let's see what happens. Ooh. Are you still there? It says I'm still broadcasting, but I got a nasty little error with the word Flash in it. Yeah, see, Dennis got his hand stamped. See? All right, awesome. Where am I? Oh well, I'm in the park. I'm at the park. See? That's where I am. It's pretty obvious I'm at the park. And I'm alone at the park. All alone. Not nary a squirrel, raccoon, or opossum. The audio's behind? Really? Am I out of whack? Am I out of whack? Because if that's the case, I'm definitely going to end this right now, which I'm going to do anyway. I think I've overstayed my welcome. You all have been very gracious to tolerate me for as long as you have. But anyway, follow the link if you want to. I'd love to talk to you through the click process. It's very it's a powerful thing. I promise you will have a lot of aha moments, either when we're on the call or if we work together, even if you work it on your own. It's a process that allows you to get to some deep stuff pretty quick and make some pretty dramatic decisions without a lot of effort. So try it out. Okay. All right. Awesome. Well, good. So I wasn't out of sync. I'm still going to end the show. And I don't really have any, stuff. So I guess, once again, I'm just going to resort to fading to black.